see.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome. It is the turn of the fire giants.
Will he stay blind? Will he clean his eyes?
He's blinded. I'm gonna go with end of turn. You know, so he's blinded right now. The thing is, he saw where that arrow came from. So he's going to he swings around wildly, like, you know, sort of between the turns, before kind of just throwing the sword to the ground, what makes a big clattering crash. This huge sword in the hands of a 20-foot tall giant, and just reaches down, grips at the ground, pulls up a chunk of rock dirt, and there's still some magma dripping off his hands, and is gonna throw it blindly in Tobias's direction. And it just completely sails off and misses. It's just a complete whiff. It crashes into the mountain, like, above you, but also far to the side. It sends a sort of cascade of stuff, shale, falling down the mountain. But he doesn't hit. He's going to move a bit more this way. Then it's your turn, Tobias. What you want to do, Mr. Ranger?
Not what I want to do. It matters what Tobias wants to do.
That's true.
I am going to...
Tobias wants to solo a giant. I will say there's a history of people wrestling giants into submission in Jarviskjir. A cloud giant was once pushed off their flying ship in a previous game. They're hefty. They got some strong.
All right, I'm gonna use my bonus action.
There was a crescendo.
I'm looking at Will and I'm trying to decide what he's telling you. Do you want me to Kamehameha him? Is that what you want?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna use my bonus action.
Oh, right, I'm not there.
And cast
Guiding Bolt.
Riker Jr. on Big Man.
Guiding bolt, guiding bolt, guiding bolt, guiding bolt.
I'm just straight up gonna shoot him twice with 2 arrows.
You have advantage because he's blind. Blind as fuck. Oh, it appears I have a notification on my Discord about babushka dogs. That's a crit. It's a crit hit.
The 16 miss, I'm assuming.
The 16 is a miss.
Okay.
Yeah.
What it Kurt?
It's good damage. You know, this guy's got large armors on that, you know, would be the equivalent of plate mail, although a lot of it is actually like this just big chain mail layers over and over and over. So you just aim for the head. He's got a helmet, and he's mostly took off. It's kind of like hanging back by the strings and the leather straps around his neck. So you just aim for the head again. It kind of staggers him. Eyes kind of bleeding at this point because it's kind of rubbing at them with like dirt and stone in his hand, on his fingers. Never rub the glitter in. But he kind of like staggers back as the arrow actually is just lodged in his skull.
And I'm gonna yell out to Virik in Elvish. I'm gonna say, "Take care of the little ones so they don't escape."
Okay.
And then I am going to pull out both of my short swords and run towards him.
Oh no.
Yes.
And that's my turn.
Oh.
This
I'm
Knibbling.
going to yell, actually in Giant, which I do speak, I'm going to yell a Northman battle cry. Whatever our equivalent of the Hawkeye is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that a rage?
Technically not it is a rage, but it's not a mechanical rage.
Okay.
Because I used my bonus action to do it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, what a shame. You didn't get to rage?
That's gonna suck. Wow, they're just like, ignore him, just go.
They are. They're literally trying to rush to whatever's in the way further up the mountain. Aside from one. One is just gonna throw a javelin right at your flank. And hit.
Okay.
18? That's nothing to a nibbling. Way past cool. That's 8 piercing damage. I should play like just an NPC that just is Sonic the Hedgehog the whole time.
Please.
You want to buy some healing potions? Wow. Anyway, let's turn the dumb switch off. Virik.
Okay, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm gonna move up to here. And I'm going...
Nibbling is like... running.
Yep. Flap. Flap.
Neither of those hit. Again, the shield is just brought up, actually, with... Goblins are good at not getting hurt. They don't have much, constitution or anything, but they know that people are going to attack them. And the fact that these ones have shields is just this whole extra step, and he just puts all his effort, slowing down even, to just... That one is a hit.
Oh. Well, one of them hit. Okay.
But that one hit, he's like trying to move the shield right in time. Then I imagine you probably just fucking like kick him in the freaking crotch. Can't shield that. Once he's kind of stunned, just crunch. His head hits the ground with a crack.
I'm gonna turn around and stare at the other one now. It's like running. It has to run past me.
Yeah,
nearest to me, not directly.
Yeah, it does. Excuse me, my roll 20 appears to just be.
Red Rover, I call you over, you son of a bitch! I want Virik to just turn into John Barenthal's Punisher.
I just want... Yes, please. Yeah. Please.
Like, as he gets older, he starts smoking and gets that little bit more rasp in his voice. Let's go!
I have changed my mind for any D&D characters I play on stream. I am playing the Punisher. I don't fucking care. I actually want to do that so bad.
A full party of all Retribution Paladins.
Full party of Barbarian Rage John Barenthals.
Let's go! The giant wiping these globules of blood and glitter from his eyes. You see the eyes stare down, piercing, and find you. And he plucks up the sword from the ground and grins. And in giant says, "You're awfully small. Clever, but small," and just sweeps.
Old strategy. Let's see how it plays out.
Oh, he hits.
Does he collect the nibbling? Or is the nibbling far away?
Way too far away. That guy is actually 20 feet away. Remember, these are long. True. These are long distances. You gotta remember that. I want you to remember that, Tesh.
That I'll be able to dodge swords. Sorry. The answer is no.
Is there something about the size of my sword? So that's going to be not that much damage, considering 31 slashing damage on the first hit. Just like it seems like a perfectly delivered strike. You kind of expect the giant to be like, but no, he takes a stance and swings and hits you with just the very edge of the blade, which, yeah, the edge is fucked. And it tears sharply through your armor into your body, and you feel the dirt. Yeah, you were gonna rub dirt in it anyway.
The problem is glitter's in there now too.
Not much.
Oh no.
And
No, the glitter's
he
everywhere.
hits with his second attack as well.
Oh fuck. That's a lot of dice I heard. That was a
It's
lot
like,
of dice.
it's like playing Warhammer again, rolling all these d6.
Right.
The second one hits for 25 slashing damage. He literally, like, just shoves you with the end of the blade, like, playing with you. You're this, what, nearly 6-foot man compared to this 20-foot tall giant. And it takes glee.
Excellent.
Your turn.
Well, with my bonus action, we're gonna call that a potion consumption. 2d4 plus 2.
Oh dear.
Goes. Perfect. Okay. Step 1. Literally a step forward. Step 2 is I'm going to try to climb on him.
Oh, do you have those rules handy, perchance, my friend?
Oh my god.
Why yes?
The short version of this, because I quickly
Athletics versus athletics, isn't it?
Well, it's my athletics or acrobatics versus his acrobatics for me to get on him.
Really?
And if he wants to get me off, then it's his athletics versus my athletics.
You know, I like
This is
that.
gonna be a
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Obviously, yeah.
Shadow
I'll
of
use
Colossus.
my
All right, athletics,
Okay.
please. Yeah, you just
Yeah.
rage. Oh no!
Oh yeah.
You run up the blade into a fucking headlock,
Yes.
and he's just like, whoa, kind of can't get you off, kind of clunkily moving in the tight armor.
And then with my other attack, I'm gonna just start stabbing him in the neck or eye, whatever is easily accessible to me.
Oh fuck yeah.
It's a 23 a hit. I sure hope so.
23 does hit.
And okay.
How does one man take one giant on? That's how.
Yeah.
This is so
Okay.
That's amazing.
But again, at this point, I'm just yelling.
Yeah, yeah.
You son of a bitch! I'll take you down!
Where I can't really see. Oh, I might be able to see. But I just went to just having this fight with Nebblings, and I just hear the yelling in the distance.
Okay, next up is our favorite players, the Nebblings.
God.
This one, but like he looks at you. I want you to do it. Kind of looks at you, and you're like, oof, and it's just like, and then like just starts sprinting the other way.
Yeah. He's just like, nope.
Yeah, there's like that moment where it's like he's gonna do it, and he does not do it. But again, it's moving very deliberately. These creatures will live here. High chance it's gonna loop around or something. This Nebbling is going to ready a javelin and try and throw it at Tobias. The issue being,
Oh.
it hits. If it missed, it would have absolutely had a chance to hit the other giant, but it does hit. It hits, dealing 6 damage, and you hear the giant go, "Watch what you're doing! You're gonna hit me!" And then everyone's like,
Sorry, sir. Sorry. But it's on your head.
trying to get you off, but it does hit you for 6. Next up is you, Virik.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to use this because that little guy fucking legged it So I have 110 move speed
Yeah.
for my. Yep. So I'm gonna go here, and then all the way down.
With movement to spare.
Yep. In fact, if that's the case, I'm gonna go around him.
Yeah, why not, right?
Yep. And I'm gonna give him a little punch, hopefully.
He just like jumps over the first one and just kind of ducks and weaves. He's a deft lad. And that's all she wrote, I imagine, right? Yeah, you already used your bonus action.
Yep.
Okay, it's time for the giant.
I'm just trying to catch the fucking rats while he's just like,
Yeah,
oh.
He wants to get me off.
Athletics check.
An action, and I oppose athletics.
If we go by the same rules of everything else, it's an attack. You know.
Sure.
Now, luckily, you're fast and light. Even though the javelins are being pelted at you, you know, it's not got a lot of mobility. Kind of tries to reach around his head and get you off. But then you see... It kind of stops when it realizes it can't get you. And actually starts moving. Very deliberately.
Uh-oh.
And will kind of kick the cannon and try and sort of aim himself in front of the head of it. Can you please give me a dex save?
I sure can.
Holy fuck. Oh, that
Do you want to jump off and take no damage, or hold on and take half damage? Because the cannon be firing.
Yeah, that seems like a great time to not be on him.
So you see that he's doing this.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm in it to win it. I'm just gonna stay on him.
God, man.
Oh, it's not a great roll. You might be alive.
That's worrying.
Half damage from a siege weapon. From
I'm
weapon.
raging. I don't have the thought process to get off of him.
It's 24 fire damage, half to 12, as he dunks his head in the barrel of the fire giant siege weapon, and this beam of heat and magma launches past. Now, this giant, you know it isn't harmed by fire, but even then, the brunt of being by the thing sort of batters it. Yeah, the force hurts, but not enough to, like, bring the creature down. And it actually just starts laughing, like, little beast, time for the fire! And, you see he's turning to load the cannon again, but he can't do that on his turn. This is his strategy. It's gonna be better than just attacking you. Your turn next.
Okay, I apologize for what I'm about to ask you because this is a question you might not know the answer to. I have in my inventory, and remember we harvested a long time ago, we had these poisonous berries, and we harvested a vial of poisonous berry extract. Do you remember what it does? If you don't, that's okay.
Yes.
Okay, I would like to use my item interaction to, like, bonus action to put that on one of my blades, and then I'm just trying to shove that in his neck into his artery, basically. That's my game plan.
It's a good game plan.
It's a miss. Which blade would you have put the poison on, the Kopesh?
Reasonably, yeah.
Yeah. So the rapier hits.
Perfect.
For little baby damage. Like, the giant doesn't even appear to be lagging. And your weapons, it not only does it have big, tough armor that he's deliberately moving, so it kind of, like, jangles and shakes around you. But, like, just the skin of a fire giant is tough. Mm-hmm. You have to put a lot of force in to pierce it. He's not slowing down or lagging at all. In fact, he seems to be enjoying himself quite a lot. But This kind of similarly to you, he's probably just like thriving in the chaos of the battle.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Speaking of, Neblings. The one in front of you, Virik, is gonna give you a jabby jab jab with its pick.
Yeah. It's probably going to hit too.
What's your AC?
13.
It's a hit.
Yeah.
Surprise.
It's gonna hit for 8 damage, and then it's gonna bonus action disengage because it's technically a goblin, and run away.
Stop. Fucking stop this. Oh. Ooh.
Your turn. Your move.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure that's within,
Yeah, it
Within
doesn't
range.
know that you're fast as. Well, I mean, it does know that you're fast as hell, but it's a goblin.
Yep. So I'm going to go up and I'm going to blap blap.
The 15 hits.
Okay, good. One of them hit finally. And I'm gonna use flurry of blows so I can blap blap again.
Both of
that's
those
more like-
hit. There we go. There's your dice, mate. Yeah, take him
So-
down.
Okay, so what I want the other the other Nebbling to see is that goblin runs up from the slope, runs, and then I just run up.
I really enjoy Virik has gone from punching people to snapping necks in like
It's the
one
easiest way to
session.
deal with
I
Neblings.
know, it's just very funny. Eventually you'll do it to a humanoid and people will be like, what the fuck?
What the fuck? Yeah. It's effective.
Yeah, little thin
In
necks.
fact, how much movement speed did I have left? I'm
That
just
was
gonna say
7.
that.
Okay.
Oh, 7. All right. Well, then I'm going to move just one here, so if he tries to go down, I can get him. If he tries to go up, I can get him.
You're marking the player.
Yep.
Giant. And just kind of disregards you climbing it at this point. Just scoops a hand into the molten metal. It's literally a pile. A pile that is remaining molten due to its own internal heat. And just slams it into the chamber of the gun. Doesn't even like close or anything. And then just kind of like slams his other fist down on the bellows. Luckily for you, needs a whole turn to warm up.
Oh god, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, physics.
So it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to attack him with my silvered Kopesh. See if we can get that poison in him.
That's a hit.
For 10 plus whatever that poison does.
Unfortunately, it seems the poison in the berries is a poison you found in some berries. And
Yeah.
probably would upset your tummy.
Oh, gotcha. That's
But other
fine.
than maybe causing an infection in 2 weeks, probably isn't going to do much now.
That's
Shove it in
fine.
his mouth. Shove more of the berries in his mouth. Make him
That's vomiting
vomit.
magma.
Yeah, he
That
definitely
was-
swallowed some.
Oh.
Second attack.
Gonna have real heartburn. That's a miss.
Okay. Now here comes a critical decision. Yeah, I should probably drink another health potion.
Well, you're riding the back of this guy.
Yes.
Please
Right.
live.
Big money.
We'll see how good my roll is for the next siege engine roll.
1, 2, 3.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Okay, so now here's a question for you. This actually, no, never mind. I already used my action. Shit doesn't matter.
That's true.
So that's all I can do. I am then going to. So will I have a chance to hop off him if I can make a dex save?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then we're fine. End my turn. I'm gonna move over here. Just for fun.
Yep.
He running. Oh lord. Your turn.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3.
Rick's
4,
job
5,
is no less important.
7, 8, 9.
Not
10,
like these guys need to die.
11. Okay. I can't quite get within range, so I'm gonna have to throwing star him. Please.
Oh, you have to, huh?
You just have to.
Yeah.
No other
Both of those are hit.
I need it.
Do you need it or do you want it?
Both.
I want it now.
That's a not kill. Not a kill. Takes both of the throwing stars. With difficulty, but takes it. He gets up again.
Fuck it, this is important. I'm gonna actually use Step of the Wind so I can go that extra movement to get on him. Which is my last key point.
Okay. It's key information that you told us there. The giant, thank you, will kind of lean himself in front of the siege engines again. You feel the heat, you know what's coming. Can you give me a dex save?
I hope. It's a 14.
Ooh, that is a failure.
Perfect.
Oh dear. Oh no.
Now, luckily, I'm rolling like garbage on these d10s. Luckily for you.
Multiple.
Not in love with D10s.
So that's 28 fire damage.
Cool.
This time, you know, he kind of knows what's coming. He kind of like straight up like hand on either side, and it's got like the spikes that come up, and just like hangs his head like he's like taking a shower in the magma that kind of and because he's right there, the blast doesn't even make it up the fucking mountain. It kind of like explodes off of him and like starts cooling all over the place. But you take that and keep hanging on. Next up is your turn.
Okay. At this point, I have so few hit points left that it's irrelevant for me to be in your rage anyways. So, what I'm going to do is come out of a rage. Actually, hold on. Does it cost me a bonus action to do that, or can you just end it?
Who knows? You should. You're the barbarian.
1 second right now.
No.
Let me be a little shit.
It does cost a bonus action. Okay, then there's no point in me doing any of that. In that case, we're just gonna do a quick one of these. Cool. Quick one of these. Very cool. And a quick one of these. The coolest.
That's a hit.
Wow.
1 out of 3 ain't bad.
Oh.
So miserable. Okay. And I think that's pretty much that's the turn.
Okay.
It's okay. He has to load next turn.
Oh yeah, that's so true.
So you have
Nebbling.
the extra turn.
Nebbling is going to 1, 2, 3, 4 around. Disengage. 9, 10, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Just keep running. He straight up runs around you and picks up like sand and pebbles and just throws it in your eyes and runs. Yeah, fight dirty if you gotta survive. Your turn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep.
What was the point
Okay.
in giving me the sending stone, by the way? If you guys are just gonna fuck.
I don't have it. He's
The raging barbarian has it. You might have it in a few moments when it rolls off Tobias's corpse.
Yeah.
Hey. Hey.
And those are both hits.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh yeah, neck snapped like you're fucking Superman.
Oh. The Neblings are dead.
You turn around and you see the giant, like, magma pouring off of them, smoking. It's a very, it's a strange sight.
It's literally just like, yes, the devil is oh.
At this point, you know, the giant is standing up and laughing and straight up goes, you know, "Oh, little man, impressive, you do your ancestors proud. I do mine prouder," and just scoop in, punch. Loads the damn thing. Your turn.
Your move.
Oh.
It's a hit. That's also a hit. That's also a hit! Wow, when the cards are on the table. This is big boy damage.
Oh.
33, I think.
At this point, you know, when you see him loading the weapon again and you know you can't take another hit, you just start, you know, getting the blades in and just peeling large chunks of flesh, throwing parts of armor out of the way when you can, and it actually does make the giant start to lag and slow down. He straight up leans on the side of the siege engine, but does not go down. As much black blood pouring down his armor as there is. Virik.
Okay.
You see this. You actually are from the best position where you can see that this giant is badly injured. This deep blackish red blood is just pouring all over the place. There's magma cooling and smoking all around them. You can also see that Tobias is barely hanging on.
Oh dear. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Fuck. That's as far as I can get with a move. Is that within... Would that count?
That is within 60 feet, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
He takes up that square.
Disadvantage throwing stars. Let's do this. Oh, yes.
The second one hits. The first one bounces off his leg armor. Second one hits. And that actually seems to be the first time that he properly notices you and actually looks, kind of glares at you.
It's like one of those things where I'm like happy I got the hit, then it's like, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
Dex save.
Jump off.
Dex save, Tobias.
Alright, this is the only roll that
Oh,
matters.
that's much more like it. That's a save.
I obviously get off.
You jump off and roll off as this blast and like kicks the siege engine back, which actually has been kicked back more and more because he hasn't been, haven't been people to push him back. He kind of, it's taken by the brunt of the blast of fire, so he feels you get up but doesn't see it and can't act on this turn. Tobias.
So this turn, my rage is actually over. It's been that many rounds.
Holy shit.
I'm just tired. Like, panting, sweating. With like 3 hit points left, just hanging on. I am going to cast a spell.
Oh, really?
Which spell, you ask?
Oh, I do.
But wait, there's more.
I think Zephyr Strike is what I need.
Nice.
And obviously I'm going to activate that right away. And let's see how this goes. Ugh. Miserable. But
Bad.
more.
You like just move with speed and attack at him, and he just like puts one big hand down on you. Doesn't even, he just like actually crunches you under his hand, grappling you there. holding you down, laughing deeply as like magma drips off his face. You have to roll out of the way as big globs nearly fall down on you. You know how hot that is.
Oh, so I'm grappled? I can't
You're
move.
grappled by him.
Well, then that's my turn. Because I was gonna move my 60 feet, but I cannot do that.
Hey, Virik. You want to help him out?
No, he's got this.
That's my entire movement.
Okay, you're not flanking because he's not giving any kind of advantage right now because he's pinned.
Fuck. Okay.
Ooh, those hit. You gonna punch a giant to death?
Please do.
No, he's gonna snap a giant's neck.
That one doesn't hit though.
That one doesn't hit. Yeah, you managed to like get into like right by his left leg and just. I mean, the pressure points are seemingly it's a humanoid, you know, big, but the pressure points should be in the same sort of place and just like punch into the ankle to try and like break the insides, and you do feel like this solid like reverb. But he does not go down. And the giant is just gonna make a big old unarmed attack. Which is gonna hit. And he's going to deal
3 damage.
Yes, it does. You go down. At this point, the giant actually kind of left his sword a bit behind. You know, in this whole thing of kind of like using the siege engine. So as he stands back up, he kind of like, you know, blood dripping down the armor, kind of just cracks his knuckles and looks down and says in giant, it's like, "You should be proud. Your friend nearly bested me." And then is gonna try and punch you. What's your AC, Mr. Virik?
It's a 13.
Oh, you know what? He's gonna go ahead and hit you. How less terrifying would the giants be if they're like, "Well, howdy!"
Well, howdy ho!
Everything's bigger in Texas.
Everything's bigger under the mountain.
Yeah.
That's going to be 17 bludgeoning damage. So you just...
Okay.
It would throw up like dust and send rocks flying as he punches you and sends you pushing back. But like an anime, you know, the dust clears and Virik's still there. I hope. Yeah, just... Tobias, can you give me a death save, please?
Can I?
You get back up
What do you
as
mean,
the
don't-
giant turn. Yeah! Yeah! As the giant is turned around to Virik, you get back up on 1 HP. And I don't think you take your turn. I think you're just up on 1 HP.
Yeah.
Virik, you have advantage.
Yeah, I am fucking that. Seeing Tobias get up, I'm going.
Yeah.
2 of those are hits.
Quietly getting up behind, just
Yeah! I said it was anime, and, you know, and it went for it.
14.
North Star as fuck.
Yeah, though, like, you punch hard into the dude's ankles, and he just like laughs and takes it, and you actually feel like the tendons breaking. I mean, tendons as big as your bones. And he's just like laughing, clearly lagging, but like very confident that he's gonna take this win, and he's gonna swing at you twice. Hey, Virik. The first of which is going to miss, and the second time he just goes down into you for 16 bludgeoning damage, which
I'm down.
takes
Yep.
you down, and then he just kind of is like, Ignis, witness me! Tobias.
See me getting up behind him?
He's a giant, very focused.
Okay. In that case,
holy shit.
Mark. Silvered Kopesh.
Miss.
That one again.
Both hit.
Oh wait, sorry. There's no third attack. Sorry, because I did Hunter's Mark, so that's It's just
You got a crit. You know, you'll be fine. Maybe. Tobias, how do you kill this giant? He's there gloating. He doesn't even see you.
I literally just get up behind him and like wipe the blood off my face, and I'm like, "What do you mean, almost?" I just cut his leg down to bring him to one knee.
Oh,
Just right up into his neck. And I just say, "You fought well."
You see, like,
But
the
it
shock.
wasn't
There's like shock and like a kind of acceptance, because it was a good fight, you know. And Northmen actually get a lot of their culture from giants, so it's actually not even a surprise. Yeah. So it's kind of an acceptance, and the life leaves the giant. I mean, Virik's down, bleeding on the ground.
I just definitely drop my weapons and take a second, and I'm like, okay. And I just
Holy
go over to Virik and give him a health potion, and then just sit.
do you want me to roll it or?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I can do it, or you can do it, whatever. Go for it.
Well done. Make sure you destroy that siege engine.
Yeah, I don't even care that that's only 6.
You're up.
Oh. Yep. I'm just gonna say as I get up, just fucking hell.
I'm just gonna start laughing, like just actually laughing, like we did it, Virik.
Yeah, I would go over and do the whole like bro fist.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah! And I'm gonna start tearing into the thing, just ripping out anything that looks like
Important.
important. Like,
I'm gonna leave that to you for a
Be
sec.
careful that you don't take damage. from
Considering you have magical punches, let's just say, you know, you gimp the thing. You know, you can punch the barrel so it kind of like crumples in on itself. So, yeah, you can't break this thing in such a way that it could not ever be repaired. You just straight up are not strong enough. But you can make it unusable for now. You can tip it over into the mud. You can actually tip it off the plateau down the mountain. If you two take the effort to do so, which you now have time, so you're just...
yeah.
And
Definitely
the siege
do that.
engine...
Although, now here's the thing. It fired just before we did this. How long was the impulse?
Around 15 seconds, so it was it is a siege engine that fires 1 turn rest, 1 turn rest.
Okay, so yeah, we have time, but not too much time because they'll notice that it stopped.
Yeah.
It stopped every now and again anyway. It wasn't a constant
that's
every
what it
15
was.
seconds. Yeah, no, it
when
would
it
stop
goes
for
down-
hours at a time, maybe to reset
Okay.
the people, maybe to get... You actually now realize to get more ammo, because
Yeah,
it cools.
we have a little bit of time now.
So yeah, you have time. You push it down off this plateau where it just tumbles and crunches up against the rocks and rolls and bounces until you can no longer see it anymore, going down the east side of the mountain and eventually goes beyond the clouds.
Once we're done kind of taking care of that, I'm going to use my remaining 2 spells just to fuck with them, to put cordon of arrows on the like mechanism for the like, it's not gonna kill anybody. And you know what? I'm gonna put glitter bags over all the arrows too.
That's great.
I have 20 satchels, well 19 now, so I'm gonna set up 8 arrows and put a glitter bag on each one of them.
Is there any
shiny nebblings in the future?
Is there anything I can take from the giant as a trophy?
Many things. The...
You let
I
me
mean-
just drop the sword.
I was going. No, I mean, if you had like Aelinor, she could probably drag this sword back up to the camp. But
Oh, wait,
there's actually, funnily enough though, you do like kind of both look at the sword like, huh. There's a big ruby in like the middle of the crossguard. That's like kind of, you can see it on either side. It's like big and thin, and you can just spend some time to like the thing out, and you can like hold it in 2 hands because it was in a giant
That's
sword.
big, eh?
Yeah.
What if we could
Fuck
get this
yeah.
into a blade?
And then
Anyway,
Other than that, on the body, you know, it has like beard rings and rings on its fingers, and there's a lot of metal craft that this, like, everything he's wearing has metal in it somewhere. Even the boots have like metal, like toe caps and you know, treads and things. So there's a lot of like just parts of metal that you can remove and are clearly from a giant's armor. It's very well crafted. It actually would remind you. It would remind Barut of like dwarven craft, just on a vaster scale with a much higher level of forging because of just the heat using magma
They
and
might be
stuff.
able to make use of this back at camp.
Yeah.
It's just raw metal.
I'm going to try and find 2 rings or beard rings that look similar, well crafted, that we can maybe cut down to braces later on, because I'm sure they're huge.
You can find some kind of cool metal to do that with, yeah.
Yeah. And I'll grab that and rip it off, put it in the bag.
Yeah.
And then
Bring back a bag of basically scrap metal, because if this is
Yeah.
like quality metal that's been worked already, like they might be able to find a use for this. So
Yeah,
that's
that's a good
what you
idea.
were saying earlier about how metal.
Like, straight up, like, the pocket pouches on this guy's armor would be a good bag for you to carry stuff in. You're just like, unhook it, put chunks in.
All right.
back to camp.
Back
We hobble our way back.
to
Yeah.
camp. And I think we all need a well-earned break to recover emotionally. So we'll be back in like a couple of minutes. I need a coffee.